Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Matt Modi here with OddsJam, and in this video, just giving you some MLB best bets for today. So we have World Series Game 3. The series is tied 1-1 with the Phillies having a crazy comeback in Game 1, but then losing it in Game 2. Concerning part for the Phillies, both of their aces have now gotten shelled. Now, you could look at the bright side and say they are able to steal one of those games, and they are able to steal one in Houston, and now they can close it out at home. But if you're looking at the downside of that, it's also that you might be lucky that the Phillies were able to do that and that it doesn't bode well for them for the rest of the series. So we have Game 3 tonight. I did want to pull up the pitching matchup because it is an interesting one. We're a clear advantage for the Astros if you look at it. We have Thor, Noah Syndergaard on the mound for the Phillies. We have Lance McCullers on the mound for the Astros. Now, Syndergaard has been fine in the playoffs, but he hasn't had to pitch a ton. He doesn't have a great track record of success the past 5 years basically, where he's been really injured. Now Lance McCullers came back from an injury this year, but has had a pretty good postseason, 2.45 ERA, 13 strikeouts. Pitching advantage towards the Astros definitely in this one, but I've learned to not count out these Phillies entirely. But with that said, looking at the pitching matchup, I do love this first play on OddsJam, and we're looking at yes run first inning, over 0.5 runs in the first inning. So I locked this in, I found this using OddsJam, using the positive expected value page. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this in on BetMGM. I would like to put half of a unit on it. Fortunately, they won't let me. I can only get $9.48. But for those of you at home, whatever half of a unit is what you should put on this one. And let's chat about it. So from a math perspective, and that's obviously the most important thing here, it's a pretty good play. So the no vig line that OddsJam calculates has this priced at about plus 101. And if you're curious, about how this no vig line is calculated, the way it works is OddsJam back tested a bunch of betting opportunities, use that information to determine what sportsbooks consistently do the best job at pricing odds. And then they removed the vig using a weighted average from all of those books to spit out these no vig odds that you see here. So this can be viewed as the quote unquote true line of what a market should truly be priced at. And we can get it at plus 105 at BetMGM, while they think it's closer to plus 101. Excuse me. And another thing that I like about it, and this is what I like doing when I'm positive expected value betting in general, compare it to the rest of the market. Pinnacle Pinnacle has it at minus 110. They also favor the over. They have the over as the more likely scenario. Bet Online has it roughly 50-50, as does WinBet, as does FanDuel. And you can get it up at plus 105 at BetMGM. No book has this even for, looks like the closest is minus 105. So no book even prices this at even money. So this plus 105 at BetMGM is a pretty good line if you compare to the rest of the betting market. And again, I like this for just handicapping purposes as well. The Astros dinged up the Phillies in the first inning in Game 2. And now we have two worst pitchers on the mound in Syndergaard and McCullers. So I wouldn't be surprised if either of these teams score first in the first inning. I wouldn't be surprised if they both scored in the first inning. I bet you could get some pretty juicy odds on that. But I'm just going to go ahead and lock in this yes run first inning minus plus 105 at BetMGM. Now, the next play that I want to talk about, and this one does hurt me as a Phillies fan, is the Astros money line at minus 122. I think that's a really good price, getting them at circa at minus 122. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this in for 3/4 of a unit, which is $75 for me. If you don't feel like doing the math and you want to round up or down from 3/4 of a unit to either half or a full, I'd probably recommend a full unit on this one. An edge you can find on a market as heavily bet as a moneyline one is pretty valuable. And again, just look across the betting landscape. DraftKings minus 130, Pinnacle minus 130, Bet Online minus 130. You have some that even price it above minus 130, like minus 135, minus 134, minus 134, a bunch of minus 135. So this minus 122, no book, except for it looks like WinBet, prices it below this minus 129, minus 130 number. So pretty good line you're getting here at circa at minus 122. And again, we're just looking for value. So we're not betting with our heart, even though I would like the Phillies to win as a Phillies fan. The Astros money line is a good price, and it just makes sense to me like I said, the way that it's good that the Phillies are able to steal one at home, but it doesn't bode well for their future performance the way that those first 2 games went. So I'm hoping they turn it around. I'm not counting on it. I'm also not betting on it. So the 2 plays, yes run first inning and the Houston Astros money line, and that's it. So if you're tailing these, let me know. Would love to hear it. Good luck, and thanks for watching.